Well, I'm really excited because, first of all, the 6 seed is the highest seed that we've ever gotten in the history of our program. So we just continue to make history, and we're in uncharted waters. But the other thing I'm excited about is the fact that we went out to Oklahoma State this year. We played Oklahoma State, and the fact that we went without Alex Montgomery, and we had every opportunity to beat Oklahoma State. And then we went to last year in the NCAA tournament, the second round, we played Oklahoma with the Paris Twins, and we had every shot. I mean, we had a legitimate shot to beat them last year with the Paris Twins. So I feel very confident heading into this. Obviously, I'm disappointed to be sent to another home court, but that's a problem we have in women's basketball. It's something we're going to have to address over the next couple of years. I mean, 3 of the last 4 years we've been sent to our opponent's home floor to play in the NCAA tournament, and I feel like the NCAA tournament should be a neutral floor. So that's one of the things that, over the next couple of years that we really got to take a look at with women's basketball as we build our fan base.
So that's the reason the fan base is the reason for having you on the home court?
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things we bid 4 or 5 years out to host these things, host the first and second round of the NCAA tournament. A lot of it's determined the selection, a lot of it's determined on your fan base and what your attendance is during the year. And that's one of the reasons why it's been so important that we get fans in our stands, because we're bidding to host these first and second rounds too as well. But until we get people to come to our games and support our games, we're not going to get selected as a first and second round home site. So that's one of the things that, it can work in your advantage or it can work to your disadvantage. And unfortunately for us, it's worked to our disadvantage.
Do you think a 6 is about what you guys deserve, or do you feel like you could win a 5 or higher?
Well, I really felt like a 7 seed was too low. I felt like a 5 seed it would have been an unbelievable seed. I felt like a 6 seed was just about right. However, I didn't think we were a 6 seed on somebody's neutral floor or on a home floor. I thought on a neutral floor. But at the same time, you got to look at the fact that here's our opportunity to beat a top 10 team, and you got to do it on somebody's home floor if you want to advance in the NCAA tournament. And that's one of the things we've been gearing for all year. Our goal from the onset was to get to the Sweet 16. Now we can't overlook Arkansas Little Rock with the record 27-3. That's a pretty special team. So we've got our work cut out for us.
We saw you back in practice last week. I think it was the middle of last week. We saw you down there doing a lot of running, getting the girls ready.
Right.
The usual practices that you hold. What's the schedule now up until game time?
Well, we'll practice tomorrow, and then we'll take Wednesday off just to get closer to game day. And one of the things we've really done is worked on our conditioning level, put on some new things, changed our lineup a little bit. We've got some surprises in store for people, and it's been very interesting to see how we've come together over the last week and a half.
Do you think? How do you think your region stacks up with the other 3?
Well, obviously, I think it's very tough when you got a team like Nebraska who went virtually undefeated all season long. They lost in the Big 8, the Big 12 tournament. That's a tough region. But I like our seeding. I like where we're going. I think Oklahoma. I have tremendous respect for Sherry Cole and the program she's built at Oklahoma. But I like where we are, and I like our opportunity.
How do you think Bridget would stack up against their inside player?
At Oklahoma? Well, I think first you got to look at Arkansas Little Rock. Their best player is a 4 player. So, that makes me feel better knowing that, because I know that Bridget is one of our toughest defenders, and, knowing the fact that she's going to be defending that player makes me feel better. And then you look, they were in the preseason WNIT with us as well. Had they beaten Oklahoma State, we would have played them in the second round. So we have some information on them. It's not a team that's complete strangers to us. That's an advantage of playing the preseason WNIT. And then you look at, the fact that the next round we're playing against Oklahoma that really doesn't, outside of Abby Olajuwon, don't have a true center. Last year she was a backup that played 5 to 6 minutes. Now she's their starter. So, I like our chances. I like the fact that ACC against the Big 12. We've heard all season long that the Big 12 is, stronger than the ACC. Now is an opportunity for us to find that out firsthand.